we're going to start talking about workflows between the different Adobe products and how we do things. So, if I just made a little composition here, a little quick one that I want to put at the beginning of a movie I just made. Okay, so it's just a simple little text thing with one solid layer that I made a tail out of, and I did a little bit of a dog wagging his tail type of thing. Okay, so normally, let's say that was a finished product, I would export as a H.264, but since it isn't H.264, I'm going to take this over to Premiere Pro. So two ways I can get it there. A traditional way would be File, Export, Add to Render Queue. I'm going to call it Dog Open, and I'm going to go put it in the folder it belongs. So I have a little slideshow I made. I'm just going to put it on the desktop for now. Easier to find. I'm going to go to lossless. I'm going to keep it as an animation. I'm going to keep it all there. So then I'm going to say OK, and then I'm going to render it out. And then I got a finished movie. It's going to render out pretty fast. And then I'm going to quit out of After Effects. I'm done with that. So I'm going to hit save. And I already got a Premiere Pro project open, but just so I'm organized, I'm going to go take that movie I just exported and put it in my slideshow. And I'm going to make a new folder in there real quick. And I'm going to call it Open Movie. And I'm going to drop that in there. And you can notice it didn't. And then I'm going to drop that in. So, not being very smooth today. So, I'm going to go back to Premiere. And a traditional way is I'm going to go take that movie from my slideshow. There's my open movie. And there it is. Okay. And I can just drop it in. So, there's my little animation. It's an exported movie. It's ready to go in. You wouldn't have to do the export from Premiere Pro. I could just go File, and I can import, and I'm going to go find that movie real quick, and it's DME Spring, Day 3, workflows, and there's my After Effects project right there. So I'm going to say import. And what I'm doing is I'm importing the After Effects sequence into Premiere Pro so I can let Premiere Pro do my rendering for me. Okay. Sometimes it's kind of slow. So what it's going to do is you're going to see if I had multiple sequences in there, it would ask me, hey, which one do you want? And I should only have one in there when it finds it. And the nice thing about this is, let's say the client wants to make a quick change instead of going back to After Effects. Okay, so there's my dog slideshow sequence. So I'm going to say okay. And notice I did that twice. It's kind of weird sometimes. Okay, so this is the QuickTime animation movie. This is the After Effects file. So I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to import it in. And actually, I don't want it for the full 8 seconds. I think I want to do it for, because it's in by 2 seconds. I think I'm going to go with 6 seconds. 600. I'm going to make it an out point, and I'm going to insert that in. And the nice thing about that, I'm going to come down here and fix this transition because I want to go from the dog wagging his tail, Command D, and I don't need that beginning transition in. Okay, so notice this isn't rendered yet, but so instead of rendering in After Effects, with the workflow, we're actually rendering in Premiere Pro. So when we do the export, okay? And of course, I'm going to make my music a little bit, I'm going to fix that, and I'm going to drop this to the end, and so I made it in After Effects. So again, 2 different ways I can do that, and it's a workflow. So let's say I wanted to edit this. Let's say the client said, why don't you have the kind of do like the tail is real quick. So what I can do is if I control click, I can go edit original and watch what it's going to do. It's going to open up After Effects and take me right to the original project. And I'm going to say okay. And the one issue I'm going to have on the with the head is where my anchor point is, which that's kind of a headache because I want it to spin here. I want to see where dog is just to see what I could do a little bit easier. Okay, so there I got the dog. So I'm going to go back to I'm going to see what I can do real quick. Okay. I think I can fix this pretty easy. We got the dog wagging his tail there. Where does it start wagging? It starts wagging there. I'm going to open up I'm going to see what my rotation looks like. I don't want it to rotate there. But what's going to screw it up is if I change this anchor point to there, watch, it's going to mess up. Oh, actually, it doesn't mess it up that bad. So that actually works. And then I'm going to have the dog move his head up and down a couple times. I'm recording something.